Gmea 1112 Symphonic Timpani Etude. So this guy's got a lot of dynamics, okay? Even coming right out the gate, you got forte for a beat and a half and then straight into a forte piano roll. Some of these dynamic changes are pretty quick, so you want to make sure that you're really on top of it, knowing where you start the crescendo, where it ends, how much you've got a crescendo, etc., or decrescendo. This first bar here, you want to make sure you're playing the dotted 16th and 32nd rhythms. Pretty accurate. You don't want to, what I call tripletize it. You don't want to go triple at one, right? You want to go right? 1 E into 2 E into 1, okay? So making sure that you were kind of keeping that metronomically consistent. And on the forte piano roll, you want to leave just a little bit of space there at the beginning, right? So you're not kind of cramping the sound of it. The drum will speak for itself, and then you can kind of come back in, okay? So first two measures kind of sound like something like this. Okay. Get down the piano, measure 3, but note that you only crescendo to mezzo forte, right? A lot of people have a bad habit of just going loud, soft, loud, soft, loud, soft. So make sure we're representing mezzo forte different from forte. Now you do have an accent at the beginning of the roll that you could imply as a forte, but just make sure that once you hit that accent, you're right back to mezzo forte, okay? Also, when you have an accented roll like that, you can, just like a forte piano roll, leave just a little bit of space, but not nearly as much as you would in a forte piano roll. Something more like, right, so I'm essentially leaving out like one note, one roll partial of my note. Just give a little bit of emphasis on that accent. So then, in the measure 4, you want to mute that roll at beat 3. Then you've got a staccato there at the end. So, and. Okay? When you mute after the roll, make sure you're muting both drums. But then at the staccato at the end of the measure, you only need to mute the low drum. So starting at measure 3 and going into measure 5. Okay. Measure 5. Got to drag, make sure we're alternating. Right, left, right. Got that dotted 16th to 32nd passage again, twice, and one attached to a triplet. So da-da-da-da-ba-doom. Instead of da-da-da-da-da-da, but triple-da-da-da-doom, okay? That's the first of the quick crescendos. So you only got to triple it to get all the way up to forte from piano, an accented forte at that. So make sure, number 1, that you're not starting it early, but make sure, number 2, that you get up there kind of quick. Pretty much, I'm thinking the first note's piano, second one's mezzo piano, third one's mezzo forte, and then we're at forte at the downbeat there. So last couple of bars. Separation in between those, the forte piano roll and the fortissimo roll. I'm taking this fairly literally. Tied rolls are tied, separated rolls are separated. And that is the slow section. Looking at the fast section. Medium soft, so we don't want to start there, but we also don't want to be, right? So nice mezzo piano, medium soft. Start that roll, and then the next next two beats after it, I'm going to kind of do like drop down the piano and crescendo back up, just for a little bit of phrasing. And then by beat 3, I'm back to mezzo piano. Okay, you've got a forte at the downbeat of measure 11. Make sure that we're not hinting that. It's super easy to want to crescendo coming into that forte, but there's no crescendo written. So think of it as a subito and make it very apparent that it goes straight from one dynamic to the next, starting at measure 10. Okay, then when we get to that forte piano, note that the crescendo doesn't start until the 8th note. So we don't want to crescendo that roll back up. We want to, okay, sure that we get up to forte, or back up to forte assumed in just the 3/8 notes. Okay, so starting at 11, going to 14. Note at the end, I am separating those rolls just a little bit, and then we catch the 2, 1, and okay. All the way down the piano. Okay. Got the piano passage here. That crescendo on the roll at the end of 14, I'm thinking mezzo piano. I'm not really thinking too loud there. Mute. So I hit the first one. This is 15, beat 3. Hit mute when I hit the second one, and then mute the second one. Okay. It's 16. Just alternate through, and then left lead. Through that in the 17. That's all pretty straightforward. Right hand lead alternating at 18. It gets a little interesting, but you can right hand lead through it and still play it just fine. So starting at 17. Okay, and note the end there, I'm going. Okay, muting that A flat, the low drum, as I hit the high drum. Okay? That's pretty much it with this one. Just make sure, dynamics, accents, 1/2 to 1 dynamic level above what's written. And just play musically. Find some spots to add a little musicality like we were talking about at 9 and 10, where you can kind of go below the dynamic and swell back in just a little bit. Just some movement to kind of help so it doesn't get stale there. Yeah, hope this helps.